And then we talked briefly about the mechanical tooling, which again is certainly not something we want to overlook as a concept. So now we're going to talk about the third and fourth section, which essentially what we're going to go over is we're going to go over the diagnostic process and the role that that plays in our ability to find the answers on these cars. We're going to talk about some strategies and methods that I use that I find to be helpful. But really, I do believe that European cars are kind of like the ultimate ASE test, if you will. They're really testing to see if you know how a circuit works, how a circuit might work, what a wiring diagram is communicating to you. All of those different things are really part of what it takes to diagnose a European car, specifically German cars, because in the vast majority of cases, unless you have the factory scan tool, there isn't a test plan available in most cases that's going to tell you you should check X, Y, Z. Now, if you've worked on cars with any regularity, we all know that test plans, even from GM, Ford, Chrysler, are largely not actually what we want to do to find the answer on the vehicle, right? There's more to it than that, and we need to be able to understand how the system actually works and able to devise an efficient test plan. We don't want to go down the road of attempting to diagnose things using a factory trouble tree. And why not? The answer being because in most cases, the factory trouble tree either tells you to replace the module at the end, or they tell you, oh, replace with known good part or substitute known good part. Well, if we're not working at a dealership, that makes that awful difficult to do. And also, quite frankly, in the majority of cases, you can find the answer without ever having to do that. I'm not saying that that situation never arises, but as a general statement, we can find the answer without having to go that far. So we'll talk about some strategies and how we get to those answers. And then we're also going to get into something that I covered in a separate class, which was talking about fault code logic. Understanding that if we look at a definition, we should be able to reasonably deduce what do we need to check in order to find out why that code is tripping, right? So we're going to get into that in a little bit of depth and kind of discuss that. I think you'll find that to be probably the most useful and really just walk you through the process of how I go about it.